Hello and welcome to Inside Jacksonville, a production of the University of North Florida's School of Communication and the CW17. I'm Allison Benning. We're here each month with stories about life on the First Coast. First up, Inside Jacksonville's Kendall Bailey visits a staple surf shop owned by a local family.
Located in the heart of Atlantic Beach, Aqua East is a family-owned surf shop that has been a go-to destination for all things surf and skate, proudly serving the surrounding community for many years.
So Aqua East was started because in the area there were no surf shops. And Sandy Forsyth, who opened the store, started it right after he graduated high school. He wanted a store that you can come to and it be open even when there's surf. So anyone who needs any surfing needs, instead of having to make their board or make their shorts, which is what they did in the 70s before a shop like this was open, they would then have a core place they could come and buy whatever they need.
One way the business engages with the community is through its surf and skate teams, as well as its annual Grom Fest, a local surfing competition that showcases young talent and promotes community involvement.
I just like being in like a beachy, like surfy environment, you know. I don't even think of it as a job sometimes. I'm just, you know, my friends come in, I meet new people, and it's just like, it's a fun community job to have.
Aqua East offers all the classic surf brands like Billabong, Rip Curl, Volcom, and Quicksilver, while also staying current with trending labels such as Caton, Lost, Blanco, and more.
Aqua East has been a big part of the local community for the past 52 years. Sandy Forsyth opened the first store down the street from the current location that his daughters, Shauna and Andrea, currently operate in his memory. Aqua East continues to serve the local surfers and shoppers in the Atlantic Beach area today.
Thank you, Kendall. Head on over to Atlantic Beach for your surfing needs. Next up, Inside Jacksonville's Caleb Stoll visits a popular pizza chain and sees how they serve the community beyond the dough.
V Pizza has become a Northeast Florida Italian dining sensation, with 10 different locations in Florida alone. But buried beneath the toppings, cheese, and sauce lies a heartwarming charitable cancer organization, V for Victory.
We are a 501c3 nonprofit in the Northeast Florida area in Jacksonville who helps local families who are battling cancer by fulfilling everyday critical service needs like meals, car repairs, home repairs. Those are our three main service. We pride ourselves on being able to help as many people as we can. We also are the only organization that helps both pediatric and adult cancer warriors. So we don't have an age limit or a diagnosis protocol. It's just any cancer, any age.
V for Victory offers a wide array of services and benefits for families affected by cancer in local Jacksonville communities. These services include car repairs for transportation to and from hospital visits, house cleaning for immunocompromised patients, and of course, free food.
I became involved with V for Victory the later part of 2023. I was introduced to it by my grandmother, who was a cancer survivor. She was also a V for Victory warrior as she went through her battle with lymphoma. I wasn't really sure much about what V for Victory did for the local community, but after being involved and being a warrior with V for Victory, I realized that the sky is the limit. They go through and they find ways to help cancer families in our area get through the struggles that come along with treatment and surgeries, or just even the hardships that may arise during their treatment process.
V for Victory is the only nonprofit cancer program in the country that supports any age and diagnosis. They are currently supporting over 900 families in the Jacksonville area, providing them essential services during their time of need. And they have no plans on stopping anytime soon.
We get to see the difference that we're making, the meals that we provide. Sometimes, cancer bills are not easy. I can say that from experience. And sometimes that meal we provide might be the only meal that they can eat that day. And that service we provide is the difference between them performing there and being able to afford their prescription or not. And so seeing not only them come in and continue to do well, but seeing just the gratitude they have for just the small things that we're able to do, it makes a really big deal. And you go home feeling good about yourself that day, even though you just work in a pizzeria.
Caleb Stoll, Inside Jacksonville.
To support V for Victory, visit any of your local V Pizza locations or visit their website at www.vforvictory.org. Two local Groms raised near the water are driven by their passion for surfing. Inside Jacksonville's Ella Harmon shares how the Wire brothers' commitment and hard work are opening doors for new opportunities.
Jay and Everett Wire have been surfing since they learned to walk, and their dedication has truly paid off.
We have local ESA comps, and I do them, and I do NSA regionals and ESA regionals and nationals and Easterns, yeah, all that. I like getting put under pressure a little bit and like knowing that like I would accomplish it and to get more experience.
Jay and Everett have competed in surf competitions since they were 6 years old. The boys have both won and finaled in several competitions.
My favorite thing about competing in surf competitions is probably surfing with friends and hanging on the beach with people, but then also feeling the adrenaline and catching a really good wave and getting a good score.
The Wire boys' talent in surfing has led to some fun opportunities for them.
We have had some really awesome opportunities open up with the boys surfing that they otherwise maybe wouldn't have experienced. For instance, traveling to different places.
Jay qualified for the first time as a 13-year-old. This year, he requalified again and got invited to go to Hawaii with the ESA All-Stars. So the Hawaii trip is amazing because you get to go with other ESA All-Stars and stay in the Rip Curl House on the North Shore, surfing all these different breaks, and it really is an experience of a lifetime.
The Wire brothers have found a strong surfing community up and down the East Coast, as well as in parts of the West Coast. Surfing has significantly expanded their world at this age.
The boys surf 6 out of the 7 days of the week. They take lessons 2 to 4 times a month with a coach, and they travel for lessons 2 to 3 times a year.
Jay and Everett are incredible surfers. They will surf from sunup to sundown. I think they're on another level as far as their commitment to surfing.
Jay and Everett's parents, Jack and Lindsay, have stood by them offering support and encouragement during this exciting time in their lives.
It's so sweet to see the boys progress and excel in surfing. One, because they put in a lot of work, and so it's great for them to see that hard work pays off. But also, it's just really fun to get to see them cheer each other on. You know, Jay gets really excited when Everett does well, and Everett gets excited when Jay does well.
The Wire brothers may be competitive, but they always remember to have fun.
Favorite thing about surfing with my brother is we can push each other, and also we can run mock heats together. But then sometimes he takes some waves and I take some waves.
Ella Harmon, Inside Jacksonville.
To stay up to date with Jay and Everett Wire, follow them on Instagram at WireBrosSurf. Coming up, Inside Jacksonville's Reed Murphy visits the Jacksonville Beach Pier to dance the night away. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW17. Welcome back. Inside Jacksonville's Adriana Weldon heads down to Atlantic Beach to look into the weekly farmers market held that provides music, goods, and a thriving community.
Farmers markets, a classic event where vendors come out to share their goods with the community. Many places around Jacksonville host a farmers market some day of the week, and the farmers market at Atlantic Beach is no exception.
I'm new to the area. Well, in this area, I grew up in Jacks Beach, but I haven't really ventured out to Atlantic Beach that much. So I heard about it. I came out. It was a lot larger than I thought it was going to be. It's a great turnout. Everyone has a lot of fun, and there's lots to do.
Every Sunday, many people flood Jack Russell Park to experience the market. Cars line up in the parking lot as spaces fill. With over 60 vendors, the Atlantic Beach Farmers Market is one of the largest at the beaches. You will see a variety of tents with unique wares. From food to accessories, every vendor has something for someone.
It's a fairly large arts market, farmers market. There's lots of vendors. It's one of the largest ones I've seen, especially at the beaches. So I think it's a great opportunity for everyone to come together and, really show off their expertise, their crafts, and, have some good business.
Linda McCauley, the owner of Wild Child Hat, has been a vendor at the market for 3 years now, selling custom-made trucker hats for toddlers. McCauley makes sure that every design is fun for everyone.
When I designed my products, my daughter was 2, and there weren't a lot of trucker hats that were just cute little prints and designs, and so I figured if I was looking for them, other people were. So I make products with really cute prints that you can't really find other places. I sell custom-made hats that I designed myself for toddlers. In addition to that, I sell children's clothing in a children's boutique, and I have a custom trucker hat bar.
At this large market, you're sure to see new and old faces arrive. Something they all have in common, the community has built.
The market holds more than tents of wares, playgrounds, and a basketball court. As people gather at this weekly market, a community is formed as locals come to support the vendors and have a fun day indulging in shopping and family-friendly activities. Shannon Sharp, the head mycologist of Harmony Mushroom, thrives on the community of the market as she sells mushroom and mushroom dual extracts for medicinal and supplemental purposes.
I love this market because it is, first of all, well shaded. That's a really nice part. Also, we have a lot of vendors at this market that attend other markets, so there is a real community feel here. We do a lot of bartering between vendors, and you see a lot of familiar faces, so you feel at home when you come to this market, and I like that.
Adriana Weldon, Inside Jacksonville.
If you want to visit this welcoming market, you can head down to Jack Russell Park every Sunday to browse the goods and join in on the fun. Looking to stay active and meet new people in Jacksonville? Hadley Reichert takes us to the field to see how Jack's Fray is bringing people together through sports.
From kickball to beach volleyball and everything in between, Jack's Fray provides great opportunities to get out and active in the community. Some enjoy the friendly competition, and others are just there to meet new friends. Either way, Jack's Fray is the place to play.
Yeah, I think Jack's Fray has got a lot of opportunities and just brings everybody together. It's a good community, and I think that alone is more the reason to come out and try something new each time you come.
My favorite Jack's Fray event so far has been adult softball. When we won the softball championship in the summer of 2023, that was the first time that I had won anything in several years, and it did a lot for my self-confidence, and it made me much happier than I was before.
Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just looking for something new, Jack's Fray makes it easy to get back in the game. With leagues happening all over Jacksonville year-round, players say it's not just the competition that keeps them from coming back, it's the connections and memories they make along the way.
I think if you're joining Jack's Fray for the first time, even if you don't have a group of people to start a team with, I think it's important if you're just moving here to Jacksonville and you don't know anybody, especially when we get older and a lot of people work remote now. It's really hard to be able to, meet people and get out there. And everyone here, I've never had a bad experience, is super friendly, super nice. And so my biggest thing is just bite the bullet and join a team, and they'll end up being your friends. And another example with that is the team that we have today. I didn't know them at all, and then I just joined the team, and it was so awkward. I walked up, everyone was sitting there, and now they're like some of my best friends. So It's a great bonding experience.
It's a fun experience. It's more than just going out in the field and just, trying to win. It's being with friends, being with sometimes even family, having a good time, but then also realizing that sometimes it's not all about winning, and maybe it's about having fun. That was the most cliche answer you probably heard, but it's just a fact. So.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Jack's Fray for all the sponsored events that they put on, and to make sure a lot of people have a lot of interactions with other people, and just really upstart the community.
Jack's Fray isn't just about the games you play, but they put an emphasis at making it a team environment. You don't have to know anyone, just take the risk and sign up. And maybe you'll make friends for a lifetime. Hadley Reichert, Inside Jacksonville.
If you're looking for a fun and active way to connect with others, Jack's Fray might be the perfect fit. To learn more or sign up, visit jacksfray.com. Up next, Inside Jacksonville's Reed Murphy is getting groovy as she introduces us to Hush Hush headphones and their beachy silent disco.
Everyone here in Jacksonville Beach is kicking off their weekend. Hush Hush headphones curate silent dance parties around the city of Jacksonville, and tonight they are setting up for their first pure disco of the season.
Post-COVID, it was like everybody wanted to get out, and I feel like this was like the easiest way to no anxiety, dance your cares away. So it kind of just picked up from there. So probably around 2021, 2022 is when we kind of established ourselves in Jacksonville, but it's kind of been a thing.
Silent discos are an up-and-coming form of entertainment all over the world. Bringing dance club-like experiences outdoors has created a space for those who aren't fond of enclosed spaces and inescapably loud music.
All 3 channels are a curated playlist that we try to cater to every event. So we have a request channel. We go back every single week and add in those requests and add them into popular or old, and kind of tailor every event to the people who come. So that's the best part, I think, is that the more you show up, the more songs you like and your friends are gonna play just naturally. And so we're just adding more and more, the more venues that want to work with us, the more we'll add on for sure.
Hush Hush is out here every Friday night during the warm season with their silent disco, bringing family fun to the Jacks Beach neighborhood.
It's just been our spot. We love coming out here for the sunset and just being outside and getting to dance with each other.
Yeah, and especially because we're both seniors, so we're about to graduate soon, so we love getting to do fun stuff together before we split off.
So the green one is normally oldies. The red one I think is the ones that they take request songs, and then the blue one is I think just pop culture.
Yeah, and I love it mainly because we both have different taste in music, so we love being able to dance with each other even if we're listening to both different songs. So.
Headphones are thoroughly sanitized between uses. Simply put them on and switch between the 3 channels to find your vibe.
You don't have to worry about people being bothered by the noise. And at the same time, everyone's listening to the same thing at the same time, and it's cool to see without hearing anything. Earlier, they were playing the cha-cha slide, and everyone just started clapping at the same time, and it was pretty cool.
Once the sun has set, the real party begins. The entire pier flashes with brightly colored LED lights as hundreds of disco dancers, old and young, party the night away. There is a capacity on the pier, so be sure to arrive before it fills up. The music starts at 7 p.m. every Friday night, April through October. Reed Murphy, Inside Jacksonville.
Very groovy indeed. Be sure to check out hushhushheadphones.com to learn about their events in town. After the break, Inside Jacksonville's Jacob Justice takes us to Jacksonville University to show us how the announced removal of music programs are affecting students. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW 17. Recently, Jacksonville University announced a reorganization plan that would cut music and theater programs from the university curriculum. Inside Jacksonville's Jacob Justice went to JU to speak with the music students affected.
On the morning of April 15th, Jacksonville University music students said they received an email discussing the cut music programs and a widespread text announcing an informative meeting. These announcements, students say, completely blindsided them.
You know, the email, honestly, was a blindside from everybody. It was pop up out of nowhere. That would be Tuesday morning it was sent out. Monday night, only the students got a text from a random number telling them that there was a meeting in either Terry Concert Hall or the Welcome Center. And people were confused, like, why did we just get this text?
In a social media announcement, JU President Tim Koss said the programs were chosen due to being, quote, consistently undersubscribed fields and only affect around 100 out of 4,200 students.
The number is not just 100. Everyone here at JU is affected. You might get some of the people that say this and that and the third, but you have to keep in mind that we're people too. Just one is enough. Doesn't matter how many people are affected, just one person is enough, and it's not right.
Although the announcement mentioned implementing plans for currently enrolled students to finish their degrees, students say they still feel a general uncertainty regarding their futures on campus.
It sucks because I have to find something new now, and I really honestly have no idea where I go from here.
All classes that I personally need to finish as a performance major practically won't be offered because every single professor that I needed has been fired. There will be no private lessons, there will be no ensembles, there will be no histories or music theories or anything like that. How, as a music major, am I supposed to get my degree without being able to be part of those ensembles? It's like being a chemist without being able to do the labs.
Times are changing at Jacksonville University, and as there will be no incoming music students for the fall semester, it appears the fate of these music programs have been sealed.
You cut the art, you cut the heart, and I do believe that's true. You won't see any music around campus anymore. You won't see any friendly faces that love music and try and love everybody with the same kind of grace.
Jacob Justice, Inside Jacksonville.
If you want to hear more about JU's recent reorganization announcement or want to hear more from the students affected, go to the link JU Music on our website, unftv.com. Despite Jacksonville being the largest city by land mass in the continental U.S., its deep community ties is one of its most unique characteristics. We sent our reporter Savannah Stillwagner to talk to two groups who banded together to create a community collaboration through the art of theater.
The University of North Florida's Theater Club and the Five and Dime Theater Company banded together this year to create their production of Ride the Cyclone by Brooke Maxwell and Jacob Richmond, a play about 6 teenagers given the chance to be brought back to life by a fortune teller after a roller coaster accident.
The Five and Dime announced our 2025 season this past fall, and were immediately contacted by leadership from Swoop Troop because we both had Ride the Cyclone on our season. But unfortunately, because of funding cuts that Swoop Troop experienced, it looked like they weren't going to be able to produce a spring show. And so we jumped at the opportunity to be able to partner with them. So essentially, we are underwriting the show, which is pretty much a Swoop Troop production in terms of all of the backstage crew, the direction and the lighting design and the scenic design and everything.
The Five and Dime Theater Company was founded in 2011 by a group of local theater actors who wanted to create change in the community through the art of theater. Today, the Five and Dime Theater Company is housed with the Florida Ballet, but this is their first production in collaboration with the University of North Florida's Swoop Troop.
And I have to say, as a UNF alum myself, it's been a really great experience.
I spoke with Austin Wells, portrayed as Karnak, about his background in theater and how he got involved in Ride the Cyclone.
It was actually in the very first show that Swoop Troop did, 9 to 5, the musical, back in 2018. That was my senior year of college when I graduated.
Now, Wells looks for any auditions he can find in the area.
Jolynn Fletcher, playing Jane Doe, is also happy to have worked with Five and Dime and UNF, and was especially ecstatic when they saw the news about the open auditions.
I was looking for different shows that were holding auditions in Jacksonville, and I saw Ride the Cyclone, and I loved this show, and Jane Doe is particularly a dream role.
The cast and crew of the show are a strong testament to just how seamless the partnership between the two theater organizations are. UNF's Swoop Troop and Five and Dime's collaboration of Ride the Cyclone was a success, even being sold out on their opening night. Savannah Stillwagner, Inside Jacksonville.
Thank you, Savannah. For those interested in working with the Five and Dime, they can visit them on social media at Five and Dime. And for UNF students interested in working with Swoop Troop, they can reach out on their Instagram at Swoop Troop. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Inside Jacksonville. If you missed anything from today's program, just visit our website, unftv.com, and look under the Digital Journalism tab, where you'll find expanded versions of our stories, photos, interviews, and other extras. Again, that's unftv.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube at InsideJacksUNF. From all of us here at Inside Jacksonville, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month right here on the CW17.